course. And I actually told them in the chat, I support your decision to make it urban modern, just as a joke towards them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they liked that as well.
Yeah, it's I think it's pretty awesome. I love this video, even though it's mostly, jokes. I mean, the only thing that wasn't April Fools, I guess, was the first asset with the broken crate thingy.
True.
And then it just went downwards from there, or upwards, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I hope they keep the texture, of course.
Yeah, someone suggested that they should just keep this in as like an Easter egg or something, or just keep it in the game for anyone who makes a mod. They will be able to find the pillar with the cat texture that meows when you walk on it.
Especially that.
I got a feeling that the audio was not part of the actual game. I could be wrong, but
I'm pretty sure actually it was, because I think it's pretty easy to just add it in. They just need the sound files, and then he just makes a new material, and then he assigns the sound files to the materials as like walking sounds.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, so I think it would be more work to edit it in afterwards than to just do it for real.
Maybe. Yeah.
And that actually made me want to do my own materials and stuff.
Yeah, new materials would be great, and it's easy enough to certainly link to those sound files.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yep.
I hope someone makes makes a modern mod for Overgrowth. That would be pretty sweet.
It seems like it will be easy enough to do.
Mm-hmm. I remember in Lugaru where people made t-shirts and stuff for the characters, like a Wolfire t-shirt, etc. That was pretty sweet. You did that?
I did do that, but I never fully figured out how to put it on anyone but myself. And,
I see.
And because it was sort of, again, since I'm a music guy, I'm not an arts guy, I really didn't understand how the unfolded models worked, so I just kind of guessed and placed some random symbols on the shirts, and it really looked terrible and off center and not good at all. But I did it.
And still awesome.
I guess so. Yeah, I never shared them. They were terrible.
Yeah, but I think someone did on the forums. So I'm pretty sure I saw some t-shirts. I don't know if they had the Wolfire logo on them, but there were t-shirts and stuff like that. And just making like a modern mod for Overgrowth would be kind of cool, but I'm also thinking making more advanced mods like modern day Overgrowth. How would that be?
You mean if it was contemporary?
Contemporary
to us right now, you mean?
Yeah, like maybe there were cars and guns and stuff like that instead of like swords and
So is that the
wagons?
future of Overgrowth or the past?
I don't know. Well, I guess since Overgrowth is like it's like our Middle Ages almost, right?
It could be.
So if we just turn the time forward and invent weapons and all that kind of stuff, and then it's Overgrowth, modern combat or something.
Yeah, I think there's a game about that already.
I'm not sure.
All right,
well,
so shall we move on?
Yep, that was the art asset overview made by Aubrey, as always, awesome. And I hope to see another one next week, though he doesn't post them every week necessarily. So, this brings us out of the weekly alpha segment and into the community segment, where we take a look at what the community has been up to. And first on that list is the fan art thread, that we are following very closely, taking a look at all the new fan art that gets posted every week. And first we have actually a piece by Hieronymus. Hieronymus, yes. He has not a thumbnail, just a plain link there to his DeviantArt page. So what do you guys think about this one?
I think this picture is great. I like the style and the look and everything.
Yeah, I really like the somehow the proportions feel just right to me.
Yeah, the arms look long for a human, but correct on a rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is great. I think it's cool.
He has posted stuff before also. I recognize his signature thing there.
Yeah, I think he did the wall running one, maybe. I don't remember for sure.
Let me see. Yeah, what do you guys, Wolf Brother and Derver, what do you guys think about this one? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I like it. Proportions right, as you said, but I also like the background because it reminds you of these pictures when you're taking with speed. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, motion blur. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like when you take a photo and you leave it taking the photo for a long while, and you get those streaks from traffic and such. It reminds me of that.
Right.
Yeah. It does it, well, it looks kind of like he's in motion. I don't really understand the colors in the background though, but I guess that's fine, because it's like, since Overgrowth is in the nature and there isn't much yellow and orange and black in nature, but it's still cool though.
It is cool.
Though it would have made a bit more sense to have perhaps blue and green, stuff like that.
Or maybe he's just running really fast to the desert level.
Or he's running so fast, so he's like catching fire or something.
Frightening. Okay. So let's see. There were a few this week, actually.
Yeah, indeed.
So this one is by, is by a person 4321, and he says that originally it was not an Overgrowth specific one, but then he added ears to it and it became an Overgrowth fan art.
Yeah. And this looks actually pretty cool. I like the stylized look of it, though it's a bit unspecific perhaps. But still, art is art, so I'm not going to tell you what art is.
Right. I actually really like the mountains and the scene. The whole thing is a scenic painting more than a picture of the person, but I think it's great. I love the colors and the contrast and stuff. A little hyper realistic, but in kind of a cool way.
Yep, indeed.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I agree on the mountains. I really like how the sky and the mountains kind of blend together.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but as he was saying in the topic, it's a little overexposure.
Right.
But other than that, it's pretty cool.
Rather oversaturated, yeah, he says that as well.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And the next one is made by Black_Stormy, and he's made some other mod stuff for Overgrowth as well, but he can apparently draw as well, so that's cool.
Awesome.
And apparently this is an otter, and I wouldn't be able to see that actually if he didn't tell me. I was like, what animal is this? Because he has like a big tail and stuff, but it makes sense though.
Yeah, I could see that. The face doesn't necessarily scream otter to me, but I think normally, of course, you think of an otter's head facing more in this like parallel to the rest of its body, so it makes it a little bit weird. Meaning it doesn't lend itself to standing upright as much, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how the shape of an otter's head looks like, actually. I'm going to search for that.
In the chat, he says that he wasn't actually trying to go for anything until he finished, and he was like, what could that be?
I see. Yeah, it looks more like a dog's head, actually. Otters have a more arch, like a constant arch.
And I don't think they have ears that stick off, but I could be wrong.
Actually, some of them do.
Oh, they do? Alright, I'm wrong.
Shame on you. Oh no. Yeah, I can see that being another. But yeah, maybe we should talk about the actual craftsmanship of this image. It's looking a bit flat, but in general, it's a really nice image, I think. Let's see. He wrote that he tested out my paint while making this.
Correct.
And we actually are going to talk about this a bit more, or I guess we had a little bit. He talked about what he liked about that program and didn't like, etc. So I'm guessing maybe he's more proficient in other programs to make better stuff.
That seems possible.
But in general, yeah, it's an okay image, I suppose. What do you guys think, Wolf Brother 9393 and Dirber?
I really like the shading on the head. I feel like it's the most developed part of the whole thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to hear you, Emerson, with the background noise at the hotel.
I forgot that. I just really like the shading on the head. I thought that was like the most developed part of the picture.
Okay. The shading around the head was the interesting part. That's
yes,
what I heard.
On the head.
Cool.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Well, at least it has some shading apart from the arms, but
yeah,
I like the upper torso most. Not that I can see in this channel. I don't remember what I thought the first time I saw it, but the torso, I would say, is the best part.
Yeah, he looks real beefy and strong.
Right. I also like the covering. I'm not quite sure what you would call it. Below his waist. I like the image on the hanging cloth. I think it's kind of cool. Sort of reminds you of certain Asian characters, but then not quite. So it's kind of cool.
I agree. Looks like it's probably some kind of symbol, I'm assuming.
Right.
Otter tribe. Is my mic working better?
Yeah, it's an otter tribe. We can still hear lots of... sounds like a TV in the background or something.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of people and a lot of commotion behind you that makes it hard to hear you.
Yes, so that was Black_Stormy's image. It looks cool, and we're going to move on. I think there was another one, wasn't there? No, there wasn't another one.
Okay.
But he actually talked a bit about my paint, and he talks about why he likes it. Perhaps we should take this up just quickly.
Oh.
And yeah, I can just talk about it. He says he likes it. It has very like the shortcuts, the hotkeys and stuff make total sense. You have like an infinite canvas. I think it's multi-platform, and it has like a bunch of small nifty features that make drawing better, but it doesn't have the amount of advanced features that perhaps like Photoshop has, and I'm guessing GIMP and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like a pretty cool program, and I'm going to try it out as well.
Awesome.
So, to see if I might like it.
Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be super sweet. Okay, so next on the list we actually have an interview with the Dear Vera. I'm just going to ask like a few general questions so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Okie dokie.
So first, tell us like tell us your name and where you're from and what you do and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, let's begin with my name, which is